onto UV. Let's go to our UV editing. And it's showing me that because I had one of the materials, the B-surface mesh. So what I'm going to do, oh, it looks like I crashed. Oh no, I'm okay. Right, so select all, edit mode, object mode. Let's get the character. And just apply just the normal white material and the hand. Okay, right. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to hide anything that I don't need right now. So this is my UV editor, right? So we are here in UV editing. This is where we're going to lay our UV. So the way I'm going to do this, which is I recommend, is to break down the character. We're going to UV different parts, all separate, and then we put them together into one UV map. Okay, so let's turn off the belt buckle and let's see, what else do I have? The shoe for now. I'm just gonna focus on the character. The t-shirt, the shorts, okay. And I don't need the eyes out there, so I still know where the eye is. Inner eye. It should be in the eye, outer inner eye as well. So it's inside the inner eye, the outer eye. Okay, so that's it. That's in terms of the body of the character. That is exactly what I'm going to UV. So you go, in order to UV, we're going to select in parts. Of course, now we deleted so many things. So it's this bit now is quite easy because nothing that is connected. So what we need to do is to add a seam. Imagine you're going to open this up and lay flat. So we need to add a seam, and I'm always try to look to position the seam where you actually don't see it. So we try to hide as much as possible. So in this case here, I want to put the seam in the internal side of the leg. Okay, so I'm just gonna, you know, just like a normal pair of trousers, but I don't need to do the other side. I'm just gonna lay this one flat. So I select this edge loop, and then I'm going to mark a seam here. So and then I select, actually I'm going to select, I select this leg, going to select this and Control L, so it selects everything that is connected. Shift H, because I just want to hide everything. The hand is a different object, so that's fine. So that's what my V is looking like. There's nothing gonna really, any texture is not gonna show him properly, so I need to make sure that it's all laid flat. So I've already marked my seam. I come to my UV and I'm gonna do UV unwrap. See? So it's pretty good. So what I can do, you know, that if you can't see this now, if you're not selected, you can't see, you just click here on those double arrows there, so you have this always on your screen. I'm going to select all my faces here, and I'm going to go to UV, minimize stretch, and you see the kind of minimize stretch. The other thing I'm going to do, because I want to see where areas in my UV my texture is deforming, I need to add here. So I'm going to need to add an image texture. In this case, I'm going to put UV. So image new, and then here I'm going to call it UV grid. It will make sense in a minute. I'm going to leave 1024, and here in generated type I call UV grid. Okay, right, so that's what you have. That's what UV grid. So now we need to apply this UV grid to this material that we have applied here. So if I go to my shading mode, yeah, so that is my shading mode. I'm using the default layout. So here's the material, the same material I can see here, I can see there, right? So the way to apply, so I could click here on this yellow part and then add image texture, check a texture, image texture. And I also can do here. So if I do here and I go image texture, yeah, I need to connect the image texture to my color, base color here, in order to be able to see. So, and I have here my UV grid that I created. And then I get the color and connect to the base color. As you can see, now this is my texture, and I can see is, you know, it's looking good. You know, I don't see any deformation. Now I can Alt-H to unhide the other bits. I guess, you know what, I think I could actually bring the hand and the arm together, because I can unwrap them both. I wanted to show you how to do the hand, but I think in this case it's kind of going to be easy to do both together. So let me just go back to edit mode and object mode, and I'm going to select the hand, select the body, and then join. And now I join together. So make sure now you need to go back here and make sure those vertices are actually merged. So mesh, merge by distance, and I have my distance as 0.0, 0.1. I think that was enough to, yeah, to merge them. Okay, edit mode. So the way I'm going to do the hand is basically I'm going to add a seam, you know, separating the top and the bottom part of the leg, and I put the hands together. That was it, and then stop recording. And there was only my voice. So anyway, I hate to unhide. I was doing the hand. As you can see here, I've already done other things, but I'm going to redo now so you can see what I did. So for the hand and the arm together, I created I select this seam here that goes through the hand, dividing the top and the bottom of the hand, yeah, and I mark seam there. Okay, so and I'm just going to select the arm, Control L, and you see now this, if I do Control L, it selects all that's connected. Because we have a seam, it's not selecting the back, so I'm just going to Shift select the other one, the other side, and Control L to select all of it. As you can see, it's already done there, but Shift H to hide, and imagine this was not there because I'm going to redo it. Okay, so now all selected, I'm going to go to UV unwrap, and that's what it did. Okay, so if I'm going to go, let's just bring the grid so you can see. Oh, that's it. It's pretty good. I mean, there is some deformation here at the front, but I'm not really too bothered about this. And I can come here, as you can see. I'm going to select Control L, and I'm just going to rotate as well. Just going to rotate. Oh. Just going to rotate. I will, for now, I'm just creating the UVs. You don't need to worry about putting tidy up here in the UV island, because we're going to put all of it together once we finish. We're going to pack all of them. Anyway, select all of it and let's go to UV minimize stretch, and it's actually doing something. There you go. I have here iterations 2.408. I mean, to be honest, you try different numbers. I mean, I'm trying here just to minimize a little bit. Okay, so for the head, what I did here on the head, I made a seam around the ear. Yeah, so as you can see, you have to go to the edge. So I just chose what I have here up to the end here, and I chose one ear, marked the seam, and another ear, right? And then for the head, I went just, you know, I don't want any seam in the middle of the face, right? Because I don't want to split the middle of the face. I want the face complete like that. And I selected this at the back, okay? So I had these 3 seams. So what for this ear, that means when you have a seam like that, it's going to split this ear, it's going to do it separate. So I'm going to select Control L for the head plus the ear, and Shift select and then Control L. There you go. So now I have the head. So Alt, make sure, don't forget to Shift hide, so you hide the other bits that we've already done. As you can see, I did it here already, but I'm going to do it again. So I have my seams in the right place, and I'm going to UV unwrap, and that's what we have. Okay, so it doesn't look as good as before. As you can see here, this is a different size. Proportionally, it's not the same size, but you don't need to worry about that, because I'm going to show you something how to, once we finish, we're going to resize them accordingly. Okay, so if I select anything here, Shift, Control L, so I can select from here as well. So I'm selecting that face, Control L, and I can move around. Okay, so I'm just going to put it up here and Control L, and the ears. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select the ears first, because you see there's a lot of there's some distortion here. Yeah, so these are much bigger than the other ones. So I come here, image, and then I'm going to minimize stretch, and it's using the same numbers I had before. Yeah, so it did help a little bit. As you can see, it's pretty okay there. And I'm just going to put the ear somewhere else, and Control L, and I'm going to bring this one here. For this one, there's a lot of distortion here in the front, as you can see, the size here of those squares, and you know, here you can see the formation on the nose. As you can see there, these UVs are quite close together. So I'm going to select these guys, Control L, and I'm going to minimize stretch again. And as you can see, it's doing the job. And I think I'm quite, it's causing a little bit of stretch. Oh, it's that because, oh yes, I need to, you see, I've got some red dots here. Before, one in my other video that was not recorded, I was pinning this point down, so would resize the other bits and keep this in the right place, and then minimize the stretch on this other area. So what I'm going to do, unpin. So let's unpin everything. I'm just going to do it again so you can see what I was doing before. Okay, so I'm going to select only the head bit. Okay, all the head. So if I select from here in the UV, you can see I selected all there. So yes, well. Okay, so let me just do a UV unwrap again. So that's what I have, and without any pin, I'm going to, oops, sorry, I'm going to image UV unwrap, minimize stretch, and is minimizing stretch at the moment with no pins. See, it's trying to resize and kind of minimizes some stretch here still around the mouth. You can always play here with the numbers. You can play with the blend and the amount of iterations. Okay. You can always as well try those. My computer's thinking. So you can use the relax. This is in relax, you use F to resize your brush. So let's see, I'm going to relax here. I'm going to see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to try. I'm going to this size, and I'm just going to click here. You see, it's kind of relaxing this area, as you can see, and the nose area as well. Yeah, that's better. You see, so I'm kind of okay with that. Yes, there's still some stretch around here. Can always improve more, but you have to be very careful. Let me just see if I do this bit here and the eye. I think I'm happy with this eye area. I think I'm pretty okay. It's just the mouth a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it. Okay, it's fine. It's all I have. This is a little bit stretched here at the front. It depends what texture you're looking for to do it, but I'm happy with that because I'm just going to apply some skin on him. Okay, so that's good. So the pin that I was saying, you can actually select some places. Come here and select those points there, and then you can say UV pin. You can pin the sides. Let's see what's going to happen. You can pin the areas that you don't want to modify and don't want to move, so you pin them down. Let's see. And let's see, I'm just going to select all again. Sorry, I'm not going to include these. And I'm just going to do minimize stretch again. So it's working on everywhere else, but those pins stay in place. It looks very good. See? So, and that's the face. Done. Okay. Actually, I didn't like that pin because it stretched a lot more here on the mouth. So I'm going to go back there, edit mode, and Control Z, pin that. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so I'm just going to unpin everything, just so you know. Okay, I can be hours doing UV mapping, so let's just carry on with the character. Okay, so you have an idea now. So next step is the t-shirts. Let's just or maybe the shorts. Let's bring the shorts. It's easier. I've already I had done already. So the shorts, what I did, if we go to object mode, sorry, edit mode, And what I did in the shorts, I created a seam here in the middle. Yeah, so go all the way in the middle and all the way in the internal area here. So I gave a note, select edge loop, yeah, that, yeah, and the front to the back. Okay, so these were my seams, and you can see here, and I did a select all, and I did shift hide, sorry, Control Z, edit mode. Oh yeah, the shorts is not part of the other separate mesh. That's why I was trying to hide the other one. Anyway, select the shorts, and then I did a UV unwrap, and it did unwrap, and all I did again, it was minimize stretch, and it did some minimize stretching there. Actually, I think it actually stretched more, to be honest. So let me just do one here. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that's okay. That looks good to me. Okay, that's it. Again, I've done already. So go to edit mode, and the t-shirt, what I did was to create a seam. Normally when you look at your own t-shirt where you have the seam, so you know, I put a seam here on the side, plus I got the sleeves separate, okay, and the same thing on the other side. And then there was one more thing I did, was to mark the seam here on the collar, right? And I think that's I did delete some of the back faces that we didn't need to see it, so from underneath the collar, so I didn't need that. And there you go, I've got my t-shirt. So I'm going to select this, Control L, and I'm going to try to minimize stretch. Do clear seam, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate this guy for now, and I'm going to separate the leg as well. Control L, separate, selection. Okay, so now they are in the different, and then add a mirror modifier, and I have them back here. Okay, so now I need to join them together with the head. Join. If I find the hair, there you go. And okay, so for the hair, I have a multi-resolution modifier. I'm not going to apply, don't apply it, but I'm just going to turn it off so we don't see it there. So you turn off here, yeah, on the screen there, so we can then work on this. Just put a material, yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to hide my character, and I'm probably going to hide my t-shirt and hide the eyes as well, and okay. So for the hair, I really don't want actually the internal part, because I don't need it. Yeah, so I'm going to select 1 and 2, 3, 4 here, and then I'm going to Control plus to grow this selection up to here, I think. Yeah, delete, don't want that, and I actually don't want these guys either, so we can kind of press Control there, delete faces, and I don't want this. Click here, click the second one, and then if you can press Control here, it will select the entire line, delete. Okay, I think now I'm ready to unwrap. And select this and select that on the sides here. Oops. Make sure you go to the end where there is a gap. So, okay, I'm just going to select a seam there. Sorry, mark seam. And then now I'm going to select all again and unwrap. It did separate there, but I think it's okay. It looks good. Okay, so again, I'm going to go to UV, minimize stretch. And I'm happy with that, to be honest, for the hair. Great. Okay, hair is done. Let's get the cap. Once you're done there, you can go back and you can turn on the modifier again, which is that. Yeah, so you have now with your modifier. Okay, so for the cap, I know I do have. So I'm going to select this, guys, Control plus. It's not showing very well, so if I go back here on my thing, so I'm just moving this. There you go. Yeah, I select up to there, so I'm just going to delete those faces. Yeah, I deleted the internal faces. I'm going to do on this, I'm going to mark a seam on here, Alt. Yeah, mark seam here. And then this one that I had done before, if I press Alt, I want to clear that one. Okay, so I only have at the bottom here, mark seam. Okay, all right, so I should have now two pieces. Let's see UV unwrap. Great, now it looks good. Alt H to unhide, and there you have it. So in this one, actually, I'm just going to minimize stretch. And that's it. Okay.